Welcome to video number 2 for April 12th, 2026. So this is the 6 pamphlet journals that I put together. And again, this is the last of my leather treated file folders until I make some more. These were literally the last bits of it that I had. I do have some more that's embossed that you'll see coming up as cover elements or decorative elements or whatnot. But those are too small to be used for covers because they're only they're the A5 size, so they're what 6 by 4 by 8, I think. I don't remember the dimensions of A5, but they're A5 size embossing elements, and you'll see those in a minute actually, because I use them cut up and torn up for the extra large pamphlets that I'll do in another video in a second. So all of these are pretty standard. I've decided that my base page count is going to be 60. So whether I'm doing any new pamphlets that I make, some of the ones I've already bound, I'm not going to go back and unbind them and rebind them to have more pages. So those are what they are. But these, from moving forward, any other pamphlets that I make, my goal is to put 30 sheets folded, so 60 sheets in each of them. So all 6 of these have 60 sheets in them. Now, they were the base color of all of these file folders that I had, the last of the file folders that I had left, and these were ones that I tore in half before I treated, were red. So this is red with the pink homemade paint painted over it, and then with I'm not really sure what this is called. It's not lace, but it's the stuff you put, whatever this is called. It's the stuff that you put under dresses to make them fluffy. Crinoline, maybe? I don't know. I got this off of something or other that I've had in the stash of ribbons and excess things, bits and bobs that I keep over the years. And this is the last of it. I used it for a tie on another journal that has already been divested. So I thought that this was a perfect match. And this one, I actually had one more that was a light pink that kind of gave a really nice effect. I'm not going to untie it because it's difficult for me to tie them back. But I was trying, this is before I got the pinking shears, for paper. I was trying to do this with my wavy cutter, and I don't mind it so much because it's a nice rough edge, gives it a little bit of character, but it is not profesh, as Treasure Books likes to say. Definitely not profesh. So this tie is from some more of that semi-waxed cord from Daiso that I got. So to use this one, I had 2 sections, and one section was really short and the other 2 sections were really long. So I doubled them over, and you can see this one. One was the short one and the doubled over one. They just happened to come out to the same size by accident. I didn't actually measure these before I cut them because I was thinking I was going to use it as a tie on another book and changed my mind. So I did a very loose braid on it just to keep the length as much as possible, and then just tied that around. And this only matches, I'm running out of pink for the pin holders on these, and I made this one. I think this is one of the last ones I made. So I chose the pin holder to match the tie instead of matching the actual cover, and washi tape around the edges. My sewing machine was happy for a brief span when I started making these. So this could not have been one of the last ones I made because it is actually consistent threads and color. And again, this is me attempting to rough up the edges of the pages with my wavy cutter and having mixed results. This one, well, actually, let me do all the painted ones first. Again, all of these are red painted over with homemade paint. And you can see I use the same cuts of ribbon for these same ones as well. These were probably ones that I did before the others. So the last of my, again, the last of my pink pin holders. And again, the last of my graph paper. This one, I just was like, okay, forget it. I'm just going to cut it. So I cut these with my guillotine paper cutter. And this one is, how did I do these? I think I tore the edges on these to give them that rough effect. So you actually have a mixture of where I tried to use the wavy cutter and it ended up shredding the paper so the ends look straight regardless. You can see a little bit of it there where I was just trying to wavy cut it. So I think I just gave up and and either chop the rest off with my guillotine cutter or tore it with a ruler or something like that. So these two, again, were red, but I decided not to paint them with the pink paint. I decided to, for this one, I just used a coat of the Soft Touch acrylic that I showed a second. Well, actually, I showed it in a previous video. I used a coat of this. It's Soft Touch acrylic paint, and it just gives a really nice feel to the texture of the leather. So I really like the faux leather, I guess I should say. So I really like that. And this one is a mixture of the graph paper and the engineering paper. And the reason the edges are that I was cutting the edges in the first place, you're like, well, why mess up the edges if you were, didn't need a rough edge? It's because with the way these are folded, since I'm going with 30 sheets, or 30 sheets folded for 60 sheets total, they stick out just a little bit of the edge of the cover. So I was hacking away at them to make them fit. So these I actually just cut before I folded. It was like, okay, we'll just eliminate the problem from the jump. And was beginning to run out of graph paper, so mixed it with engineering paper for this one. And again, the pin holder for this one matches the ribbon and the washi border more than anything else. The insides of these are just the insides of the folders, so I didn't do anything special to the insides. And this one I covered with the homemade gold paint, which again is mica powder in either Mod Podge or glue, and used one of the stickers on this one. I think this is either one where the sticker was just a good match, or it's one where the writing on the cardboard showed through. I don't remember which one this was, but I had several stickers that I was just trying to use up on these is whatnot. And again, the inside is just the inside of the file folder, not treated. I decided not to paint over or seal the insides for the file folders. And the edge is bordered with washi tape while my machine was very happy with me. And this one, some of them I secured to the binding and some of them I didn't. All of these were bound with 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and they all have 60 sheets. I think that's about, and they all have, just different ribbons that I've collected over time. For closures, or the stuff from Daiso that I bought for a closure for braiding. I'm out of this now. This is the last bit of this, and I still have plenty of elastics because I did another mistaken run into Daiso and bought way more than I should have again. But that's what happens when I walk in those stores. So I just need to accept it and make the decision in advance. So these are the Pamphlet Journals, 3-hole pamphlet stitch, 60 sheets each, and varying decorations with the washi tape on the edges and the sewn around edges and the different ribbons and the different pin holders. And this one's at 7 minutes. So we'll do the last 3 extra large pamphlets on the third video.